Welcome back to the live stream. Welcome back. Tree Gang, what's up? Degenerates, what's up? Diamond Hands, how's it going? So, let's talk about Sundial. Let's talk about Tilray. Let's talk about GME. A lot of stuff to cover in today's live stream. And let me take a sip of this monster to get my energy up. So, I know we've all been following what is going on, all right? I watched since this morning, and everything has tanked in the last day. Right when I decided I wanted to get in on this Tree Gang stuff, all of these different types of marijuana stuff, you guys completely tanked the market. Why? Where did all these paper hands come from, man? Where did all these paper hands come from? All right, so I'm going to reset the room real quick. My name is Bruce Wang. If you guys are just joining in, don't forget to smash the like button. We want to get to 1,000 likes on every single video at least. We are doing live streams every single day after the market closes, and I'm going to give you guys an update on my portfolio right now. So this is my entire portfolio. I actually just put in a $7,000 today into the portfolio. Let me zoom in on this. So this is not from gains. Last night, you probably saw my portfolio was roughly 101,000 to 102,000. I just added about 7,000 today to the markets because I bought a ton of this stock called Alibaba. So real quick, this is going to be before the Tree Gang talk, and GameStop updates. Alibaba is sitting at 169. I basically bought 40 shares today. And this is what my returns are looking like. I'm up 3% ever since I started investing into this company. I own 100 shares now. And this has been a long time coming. I first heard about Alibaba way back when, and I decided to jump in right when we checked the last 3 months. I decided to jump in right around the beginning of January when it started to tank, and I just slowly accumulated shares until now, which now I have 100 shares. Alibaba is still a great company. Some updates on this because I know a lot of you guys have been following me for this Alibaba stuff. I'll get into the Tree Gang stuff just really quickly. We're going to be covering Alibaba. Again, a lot of you guys are thinking Jack Ma's been detained by the Chinese government. Jack Ma's been missing since October, but he's alive. He's well. This is the second update now that Jack Ma is up in our face. He was spotted playing golf at a resort or something like that. So Jack Ma was spotted playing golf in eastern China, quelling fears of he was detained. So this pumped Alibaba a little bit today. So I was wondering, what's going on with Alibaba? Why was it pumping today? This is the reason why. So if anyone's been wondering, as long as this guy looks healthy, as long as this guy's alive and well, Alibaba's going to do well. He's not even the CEO of Alibaba anymore. So how is everybody doing today? We have 500 people in here, and we're looking at Tree Gang stuff today. We're looking at GME stuff today. I'm just going to give you guys a quick update from my Discord community. If you guys haven't joined my Discord community, join. Links are going to be in the description. Also, if you guys haven't switched over to Webull yet, you guys can use the link to get some free stocks for Webull. All right, let's jump into, I think the main title was Sundial that I put, right? Sundial Growers. Let's go, baby. Who bought Sundial Growers this morning? Hit me up. Drop it in the comments, man. All my Erics in there that bought Sundial, drop some comments. Let me see. Any updates on AMG, GME, AMC? We'll be going over that in a bit. Tint official. We'll be definitely going over that in a bit. But, I was planning on joining the Tree Gang. Today actually might be a good day since it dipped so hard. But the hype train stopped really big on this one. A lot of people, look, we got Vatana saying he lost 500. A lot of other people lost a lot of money. But Sundial was one of the biggest trending topics on Wall Street Bets. So let me jump into Wall Street Bets. This was this was submitted 23 hours ago, so this is a day old. So what you're seeing here on the screen is the most discussed tickers for February 29th, which was yesterday. And we can see GameStop was all the way at the top, and they updated this one today. So I'm going to find that for you guys right now. All right, so this is the updated version. They do this every single day since like the past few days now. So most discussed ticker symbols February 10th. So you can see things are starting to change. Things are starting to change a lot. Yesterday, GameStop was at number 1. Now is all moving down to number 4. AMC was all the way up there as well, but now is at number 6. Now we have the trifecta, the tree gang right here: Sundial, Tilray, and Afria. And basically, a lot of people, I think, are smartening up. A lot of people are, seeing the trends. So the basic trend here is, all right, what is Wall Street What is Wall Street Bets talking about? All right, they're talking about this company. All right, I'm gonna try to get in on this before everybody else starts buying it up, and I'm gonna ride the hype with everybody. So they buy Tilray, they buy Sundial. It pops up, 10-20%, and then on the day that it pumps up, they start selling off. The next day, everybody else is stuck holding the bag. So what is the long-term? What is going to be long-term investments for Sundial, for Tilray? Are you guys still believing that this is going to be a place where you guys can completely hold, or is it going to be something you guys are trying to sell out really quickly because you're now stuck with the bag again? This is something that I'm really interested in because I'm not trying to fall for the hype every single time anymore. All right. So all last night I was looking up, why is the tree gang stocks, why are they like starting to pump up? And yes, there's a lot of bullish news on it, but still, it is not, it's not great. It's not the best news. We got some donos here. What do you think about BDRBF? I can jump into that a little bit later on. Everybody wants me to look at a lot of these stocks. I'm going to save that for later on in the segment, maybe at the end of these live streams. Right now, I'm just going to update you guys with what is going on in the markets. And I'll definitely go over these two. I just got to keep them in mind right now. All right, so first, let's go over Sundial and see what it is looking like. It is down 20% on the day, basically, and in after-hours trading. After-hours trading started about 37 minutes ago. I kind of wanted to start this live stream at 4, but we are here now, all right? So you guys are up about 5% on the aftermarket hours, which is a pretty nice recovery. So anybody that hold, you guys are not down that much. And if you're buying a company that is only worth, like if you only have like 10, 20 shares of this, you guys are not down too bad. Here we go. Why Sundial growth stock is trading higher today. I believe the main cause of this is mostly because of Wall Street Bets. It is because everybody is thinking this is going to be the next GME. That's what my speculation is. But let's take a look at the article and see why everybody is trading higher today, man. Momentum in the cannabis names following canopy growth earnings and legalization optimism. We discussed this yesterday, so this is not it's not breaking news, right, guys? Sundial Grows is engaged in production and marketing of cannabis for the adult use market. Some of its products are Lemon Riot, Daydream, Zent Berry, Twilight, Tropical Bliss, Pillow Talk. Oh, wow. Pillow Talk is the actual name. The company primarily focuses on producing and distributing inhalable products and brands, flowers, pre-rolls, and vapes. So, man, a lot of you, do you guys know about this company? Do you guys use their products? Like, what is the case here? Is it because you're trying to get on this, hype, or is it because of another reason? So, like I said, I think there's a lot of hype behind Sundial, and legalization optimism is going to be, those are the two main reasons why I see all of these tree gang stocks starting to pump over the last few days, ever since Monday. All right, so what was second on the list? Second on the list is Tilray and Afria. So for anybody that's brand new, and I'm just going to catch everybody up. So Tilray and Afria, they are considering a merge. I'm not sure if that news broke out that it's like 100% confirmed, but it is rumored that they are going to merge together like Voltron. So let me know if you guys have any news on that, if it's like 100% confirmed yet. What I've seen was just rumors that they are. Tilray, I would say, is the bigger company here. Tilray is sitting at $33 today. I'm pretty sure. Oh my God, a 50% drop. This is exactly like GME. GME dropped 50%, I think, on Monday or Tuesday. So I'm there with you guys, man. Hopefully you guys took profits, man. This is all I've been talking about the last few days now. For anybody that's caught up in a hype stock, look, we're all gonna be there one day or another, right? We're all gonna fall for the FOMO. It gets the best of us. So if it's your first time, just learn from your lessons, man. You got to take profits where you can. All right, so Tilray is down basically $31.75, down 50% on the day. After market hours is seeing a little bit of a 3% gain, so very similar to Sundial. The thing I like about Tilray is that it's a lot bigger market cap than Sundial and Afria. So it's a bigger known brand. And Tilray, they have the, speculation that there could be a short squeeze. Tilray was short squeezed a few years back. So let's look at the 5-year chart. So if we take a look at the 5-year chart, I'm pretty sure this was a short squeeze. One of the hedge funds got the best of this one, and they got short squeezed all the way up to $146. And can it see these highs ever again? Potentially, but look, it's been how many years later was this? October 5th, 2018, all the way until today, which is February 11th, 2021. So 3 years in the making, and now we're seeing a pump. So for anybody that is thinking long-term, for anybody that's thinking like, hey, this is something I think will succeed in the future, you have to realize like this is something, it'll pop, and then potentially you got to just have to ride out the rest of it. And it might not move for a while. Because if you look at the charts here, man, this has been just going straight down for 2 years straight down. If you can handle a 2-year bear market on this company, then you guys are a lot better than me in that sense. So one thing, if you guys are stuck holding the bag on Tilray, like I said, it's very similar to what I'm doing with GME. We got 1,000 people in here. We are talking about the weed companies, the weed gang stocks. And so for anybody that's stuck holding the bag right now, one thing to consider is selling calls or selling puts. So I've been selling calls on my GME, and I've already made like $700 back. So selling a call here for February 19th, you can look at, I don't know what price that you guys bought in, but if you bought in at the top, man, I feel really bad for you. So let's say you wanted to pick a strike price at $50. This is pretty good, man. This is how many? 4%. So you can make about $277 in premiums if you sold a call at $50 and you waited until February 19th. This could expire worthless. Most likely it will expire worthless in my opinion, but that's a pure speculation. If you guys got in like a lot earlier, like in the $40 range, you can pick a $40 strike price and you can make $388 in premium. So, the closer to the share price, the higher your premium is going to be, and the higher your theta is going to be. So selling calls and selling puts is a theta gang strategy. I have been part of Theta Gang for like the last 6+ months now. If you guys don't know what that is, you guys got to start learning about Theta Gang, man. It is a slow and steady way of creating income from yourself from holding the underlying stocks. If everything that I just said just went past your head, just join the Discord. We can talk about it there. And it's actually pretty easy to understand. All right, so next on the list here, these are the most discussed tickers for February 10th, 2021 on Wall Street Bets. We're going to basically just go over all of the brand new news coming out and discuss what is the best strategy to go from here on out. We have 1,000 people in here, so don't forget to drop a like. We're trying to get to 1,000 likes. If you're brand new, don't forget to subscribe. So next on the list here, we're going to look at Afria. And, later on, we could take a look at some of these other companies that you guys want to look at. Is that how you spell it? APHA? APHA. Okay. Maybe I can find it down here. Internet is starting to slow down here, guys. My bad. All right, so here we go. Is Robinhood messing up for you guys? It's really laggy on my end right now. So Afria is sitting at, there's no graph right now for whatever reason. Afria is sitting at $17.53. It is down a whopping 35%. Man, the hype train just completely got demolished today if you guys were in this Tree Gang stuff. All right. So Tree Gang, guys, after market hours, as of 4:45, there is no graph on this. What is going on here? It's up 4%. So you guys are seeing a mild recovery. 4% is not too bad. So with the market cap of Afria is actually very similar to Tilray. I thought Tilray was a lot bigger, but Afria might potentially be a lot bigger than this. Exxon considering to add activist investor Jeff Ubben to the board. Not sure what that's about. So my Robinhood is completely laggy right now. So let's jump into FINRA. I think this would be a better place to start. We will be looking at a lot of other companies as well, guys. So stick around if you guys want to hear my thoughts on all of these stocks. But yeah, so my internet is working. I mean, I'm live streaming. The health of the live stream is pretty good, but for whatever reason, these companies that I'm trying to see the charts on is not working. APHA, come on, guys. All right, so here we go. This is a updated chart as of today. No short interest, guys, so there's no short squeeze on this. I know a lot of you guys that are in GME still want the short squeeze to happen on every single stock, but that's just not the case. Afria is down $9.42, man. That's really bad. Let's take a look at the next stock up in here. A lot of people are here because of GME still. We are diamond handing still. It's just we are the front right now of Weed Gang, Tree Gang. GME is going to be one of those companies that is just going to be lingering in the background. I feel like nothing is going to really happen really big for the next few weeks on GME, guys. So if you're really planning to hold for the long term, then this is probably going to be a recovery play. Short interest is sitting at 78%. It is down, is no change today, basically. No change. Sitting at $51.10. So if you guys want to know what I did with my GME, I can let you guys know right now. GME, I'm still in it. So that's why I'm not logged in anymore. I am not logged in to my... Are you guys hacking me right now? I need to log into my Robinhood really quickly. Hopefully I did not just get hacked on live TV. Unable. All right, guys, give me 1 second. I'm logging right back on into my Robinhood account. And I just need to go through the Google Authenticator really quickly. And hopefully you guys can't even see this. All right, we got 1,200 people in here. Don't forget to drop a like. Let me know if you guys are still buying or still selling. Like, what is your issue? What is your idea with all of these Tree Gang stocks? Because today was a bad crash, guys. I'm not going to lie. It looks pretty bad on my end, even though I'm not even in it. All right, so quick updates for my GME Diamond Handers. I do not look... I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are stressed out right now, not just me. Oh, we got a dono that I want to acknowledge really quickly. Which would be the best for you, these stocks to invest in, NEO and CCIV? So currently, I actually like NEO a lot more than CCIV. I owned NEO at one point, and I didn't own Neo. I was doing some sell puts on Neo, and I made like $200 on it. So at the moment, I really like Neo. So for anybody that's been holding on to GME, I know it's been a rough ride. Rough Riders, DMX. And yeah, I think Robinhood is really messing up here. So if this does not show, basically what I did with my GME, I rolled over my contract. I did another sell put for next week at the same exact strike price. So I made $700 in premiums for last week. And for the next week, I'm assuming I'm going to make around $200 in premium. So it's going to take me a while to get back. And but if I hold long enough, I think it'll be good for anybody holding on to GME. All right, so I'm going to give up on Robinhood right now. It's not working for me. I mean, it's like showing, but it's not showing. Someone must be hacking into Robinhood right now. All right, let's jump into the chat really quickly and acknowledge everybody that is here. We got Bam Bam here. We got Neftizized here. And we got Dominix again with the dono. One of the biggest partners in this live stream right now. No stress on GME. My pain is numb. I feel you. I feel you. A lot of us are the same. All right, so everybody's also wondering about AMC. So I'm going to give this one last try. And maybe the Robinhood algorithm will be on our... I don't know if you guys can hear that. I'm banging on the keyboards. All right, AMC. So still, today is exactly like the last basically 2 weeks. Whatever GME does, AMC is following right behind. They are basically linked. They are mirrored. Whatever GME does, AMC does. Whatever AMC does, GME does. So this AMC is down 19 cents, down 3%. So it's actually crashed a little bit harder than GME. Short interest is sitting at 15.70. So a lot of people are thinking AMC is still going to get shorted. This short interest does not look too good on my end. I'm pretty sure 70 is a lot better than 16. AMC, in my opinion, is going to be a recovery stock. Once the pandemic's over, once everybody's vaccinated, people are going to be going back to the movies. You know, the industry, the Hollywood industry needs these movies to keep on churning, or, you know, maybe even Hollywood might get shut down. I don't know how much Hollywood is getting paid by these Netflix studios, but who knows, man? Who knows? Hey, Orlando. Who wants to see a big... Oh, man, I can send Orlando a quick invite here, and we can try to get him onto the live stream. Let me see if I can do that really quickly. So right now we are looking at AMC. I'm going to message my boy Orlando really quickly, trying to get him on. Orlando is a real estate expert, basically. A lot more expert than I am. And right now I'm going to try to get him on to the live stream for you guys. And let's see if we can connect really quickly. Give me 1 second. All right, so let's jump back into the comment section. I know a lot of you guys have questions about Sundial, Tilray. Dude, the hype got crashed, all right? We've been there now. This is the second time around ever since I started live streaming, all right? The hype is starting to come at a lot faster pace than back than before. With GME and AMC, it took, what, 1 week for the hype train to stop? With all these... the Weed Gang here, Sundial, Tilray, these guys crashed. It only took them, what, 3 to 4 days? It went from like 1.5 weeks to 4 days for this one to crash. So I think sooner or later, Tesla's going to come up. You know, Tesla's one of these companies that just does not go away. Palantir is a company that everyone always... Microvision might be the next one up, right? Aurora Cannabis is another cannabis stock. What are you guys' thoughts? What are you guys' thoughts on this? Do you think that this is over, or do you think it's just the beginning? Thank you, delivery guy, new subscriber here with the 6-pack. Don't forget to subscribe if you guys haven't subscribed yet. We are we transferred from Diamond Hands to Tree Gang, and we're just making the best out of it. All right, so picture this. All right, picture this. Imagine someone got into Wall Street Bets, got into the craziness 2 weeks ago. They jumped into GME, AMC, and then they wrote it up. They had diamond hands. It came crashing down, and then they just gave up. They got paper hands. They sold. They sold at a loss. They lost 50% of their investment, probably even more. They took this and they saw that the Weed Gang stocks was gonna pump up, and then they put their money into the Weed Gang stocks. They put it into Sundial. They put it into Tilray, Afria, and then now they crashed again today. How much money do you guys need to lose before enough is enough, man? Doing momentum trading has to be one of the most difficult things to do. So if you guys think that like a newbie, someone that just got into the market within the last few days to the last few weeks to the last few months can do this and do this consistently again and again and again, I think that's why a lot of people need to learn from more experienced people that's been investing. So for, I don't give advice. This is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. Like I said, the best strategy is to have a diverse portfolio where 90% of your investments is going to be into safe investments, such as the S&P 500, such as, blue chip stocks, such as some bonds here if you're a little bit older. I know a lot of you guys are between the ages of 24 and 34. 24 and 34. That's my demographic. And I think that's because you guys know I'm 32. So we're basically the same age and we basically do the same stuff. So for that next 10% that I want to talk about, you guys can maybe put some of that into more riskier plays, all right? And that's what I'm doing personally. I have like a few percentage of my entire portfolio in very risky plays, such as GME. I was planning on putting some money into like Tilray today or Sundial, but now that the market has crashed, actually it might be a good time to jump in. But if the hype is over, that might not be a good sign. Sundial. So if Robinhood will allow me to look at the charts here, maybe I will come back and buy something in aftermarket hours. So what are your thoughts, man? What are your thoughts on this? You guys think I look 22 years old? Jesus, I look like a baby then. Sundial, there's a lot of people still saying Sundial is coming back up. A lot of people are saying GME to the core. Completely understand. We got Humphrey Yang in the house. Guys, Humphrey Yang I met him 2 weeks ago during the live streams with Brian Jung. He was a big part of the movement, the GME movement, AMC movement. Go give him a follow if you guys can. We need to get this man to 100,000 subscribers. Humphrey, if you want to jump on the live stream, come on down, man. We are officially transformed into Tree Gang now, and I assume you kind of know what that means. We're just covering some Weed Gang stocks and just talking about it. So we got Jose Luna, Wang Gang. That's the original. So right now I'm in the chats. I'm acknowledging everybody that's here, and we can. I'm gonna see what you guys really want me to talk about, and we can continue to go into here. If Humphrey, if you're still watching, man, you got a lot of love in the comment section here. Susan, you got a lot of girls that are shouting you out, man. Are you single, Humphrey? Maybe we can find someone to date for you right here. Another girl calling out for Humphrey, man. Humphrey must be a ladies' man. Let's go. Am I buying Square? Am I buying Square? This is a good question. This is a good question. So let's jump into my portfolio and what we can see of it from this live stream here. Robinhood is only allowing me to just show this part of the portfolio. So that's what I'll be showing you guys. For anybody that wants to know what I'm invested in, these are my core holdings. Let me tighten this a little bit so everything is viewable. These are my core holdings. Biggest position right now is going to be in Alibaba. I could show you guys my equity. All right, so if we can see here, I have about 15 shares of Square, roughly $4,000 invested. I'm up like $1,000 on Square. So Square was one of those companies that I got in a little bit early, and I should have just held. I should have just held on for dear life with that one. Bruce, do you think the weed stocks are worth holding as potentially more states will legalize weed this year? So I know a lot of you guys are kind of in it for the short term. So with these weed stocks, I believe if you stick to a company that is more established, like Tilray or Afria, one of these bigger market cap stocks that's been around. I know these guys are in Canada, and there are a few cannabis stocks in America, but to stop beating around the bush, in the next few years, all right, within, I'm assuming, speculating 5 years, weed should be legalized federally across America. So what that means is this could be an untapped territory for a lot of these companies, and it could generate a lot of revenue once, you can ship weed across state lines. Once, you can sell openly with putting money in the bank and stuff like that. Like right now, a lot of these dispensaries in my area, they can't even like charge a transaction with a credit card. They can't even, take debit cards. They can only take cash. Imagine a cash business like the weed company. They're like basically glorified drug dealers right now, and it's only legal on the state side. If these guys are traveling down the interstate, the highways, and they get caught with this weed, they might get it confiscated. So, there are a lot of risk involved in the short term, but if you are planning to hold it for maybe the next 5 or so years, you can see potentially a lot of gains there. All right, that's my thoughts. That's my overall thoughts on the weed stocks here. So right now we have Orlando on the line here, and I'm going to bring him in, and we are going to see him, and let's get his thoughts on, here. So give me a quick second. I'm going to add Orlando here. Add to the right. Hey, Orlando, can you hear me? Orlando, can you hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you.
All right, dude. You are live with Bruce Wang. Orlando, I met Orlando just on Monday night, and we had like a mastermind session. We talked for at least like 4 hours. My wife got so mad that night, dude, because I was up so late talking to you guys. But welcome to the live stream. And, right now we are talking about weed gang stocks. We're talking about Tilray and all this hype that's been going on for the past few days. And today, basically, a lot of these stocks have crashed. And what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on that? Orlando, I can't hear you right now. Sorry, dude. I think you're muted. Can you double check? Nope. Are you guys hearing him? I'm not hearing him. All right, we're gonna get this fixed. Maybe you can jump out and jump back in, Orlando.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Hello?
Yeah. Oh, you
All
can
right,
hear me.
I got you. Yeah, what are your thoughts, man?
Now you can hear me?
Yes.
I said the stocks have been going up and crazy. Man, they just been going up and down, and I had some puts in AMC, and I thought that it was going to go down lower, but yeah, it did it.
Oh, you're still in AMC?
I think I put
okay.
Yeah, I was still in AMC, and I thought it was going to go down, but it didn't go down far enough when I put some puts down on it, and so I pretty much lost it. I think I put $1,000 into it, and yeah, it did work out, but it's all good. It's all good. I knew I could risk it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, they YOLO'd that initial like GME and AMC stuff, and they just put whatever they could into it, and they didn't really think about the risk that was involved. Like, hey, I could actually lose like half of this if I put it in right now.
Right.
So for you, I'm assuming you kind of like saw that happening and you calculated that risk into your investment or gamble.
Yeah. I knew it was a gamble. So I knew a gamble. I put a 2-week put on it, and I was just like, if I lose it, then great. But if it fails, then it is what it is. If I make money on it, then it's great. But it was all messed up, But I lost it all. I think I put 1,000 into it, and I just sold it today because it was gonna expire tomorrow anyway, and I think I got like $30 back.
So you had puts, so you bought puts on it, so you were thinking it was going down.
I did. Yeah, man, I did.
You're gonna get a lot of people hating on you in the chats, dude. Because with my audience,
it was gonna go down, but
with my audience, we were holding it for for the short squeeze. So you're on the other side of the bet here.
Yeah. But you got the audience won out on that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So
for the short term,
man. I just want to know where. Right, for the short term, you won out, but I couldn't hold it for a lot longer. Like I don't know when it's going to like go all the way back down. Maybe it won't. I don't know. I just saw on the live stream you were just saying that for AMC, it's basically when things open back up, people are going to want to go back to the movies and all that other stuff. And I can only imagine AMC currently right now probably sold some of their stock, put them in a better position as a company,
All right, so I'm going to reset the room really quickly because I think a lot of people don't know who you are.
Oh, okay, cool.
So we're talking to Orlando Miner right now, and I'm going to put his YouTube channel in the links. He needs a little bit of love on his YouTube channel right now, so go subscribe to him if you guys want more information on real estate investing. You're based out of, you said St. Louis the other night, right? Is that it?
Yeah, I'm in St. Louis, on the Illinois side.
I mean, do you want to introduce yourself about like your channel or something? Give yourself a little plug.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate that. So on my channel, what I basically do is I'm trying to really focus on getting people into their first rental property, or getting them invested in, and getting them into real estate in general. So if that is you, if you are looking to get into real estate, especially if you diversify your portfolio, man, real estate is great. When you're with some channel, I start you from the very beginning, and then we go up until you get into multiple properties and whatnot. So that's what my channel is about. On the experience side, I've been in real estate for 15 years. I own my own business. I do commercial financing for real estate. So it's literally been my life. Real estate has really been my life for the last 17.
So 17 years. So how old are you now, man?
39.
39? Oh, all right. Yep. So YouTube is like a young man's game, right? I thought like I'm 32 right now, so I thought I was really old for YouTube, but it seems like a lot of people like you are here, so I'm okay. I should be fine.
No. Yeah, no, I think you're right. It is there are a lot younger people on there, but the point of me doing my channel is to pass on my experiences and things that maybe younger folks don't, you know, they don't have that experience. They don't know what to look for. They don't know how to get their credit and things like that together to get into real estate. So if individuals like myself don't pass along the knowledge, then how, I mean, it's kind of tough to weed through everything. I mean, you can just type stuff on Google and, you know, it'll take you forever to kind of weed through all that stuff, especially when it comes to real estate, you know?
All right. So I'm just reading the chats really quickly. And let's see. A lot of people want us to jump back. So we are talking to Orlando Brown, guys. I just put another link for his channel in the description, so you guys can go sub to him if you guys are interested.
I appreciate it.
Getting into your first rental property. I myself, I have 2 duplexes in my area and 1 condo in Brooklyn, New York that I'm trying to sell. And it's not easy doing it by myself. Like I manage and like do everything myself. This morning I got a text from one of my tenants saying, "Hey, my toilet is not flushing properly." And whenever I get a text like that, man, it kills me a little bit inside. So on Monday, I was asking you about, you know, hey, how do I get another property manager? I just need somebody like me to do the work for me instead of myself.
Right. I think that's important, man, to get someone to go in there and do the property. So it gives you a lot more time to do things that you really want to do, you know? So that's my thing.
My time is better spent like talking to people on live stream. So so right now I'm going to share my screen and give these guys a quick update with what is going on in the markets really quickly. All right. So is this the first time you're doing a live stream?
Yeah, this is my first time.
Do you have like
yeah, I haven't. I've never done it.
What is your experience with investing in stocks?
To be honest with you, man, I'm more of like an index fund type person, kind of like buy, hold for long periods of time. That's pretty much my comes to investing in stocks. I've got, as I've gained more money, you know, where I could put money into you know, individual stocks and things like that. So that's about my experience when it comes to stocks. So I mean, I love stocks, to be honest with you. I mean, they're great. I mean, you just can't, I mean, there's just no way for you just to be stuck in one category when it comes to investing. You just can't be an all real estate guy. I mean, you can, but I prefer to be diversified, you know?
I mean, I've been following Graham Stephan for a while, and like at the beginning of his channel, he was just all real estate.
Yeah.
Everything, all the money he made, he just threw it into real estate. And I think over the past year or so, he started to invest in the stock market. So that like, I try to, you know, like learn from him as well. So I started really putting a lot of money into the stock market over the past like year or so.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is like when you watch Graham or when you watch Kevin, I think a lot of those guys decide market place got the bag together, you know. Once you get a lot of, you know, when you have a lot of capital, it's a lot easier to invest into stocks because, you know, I remember when I was younger, when I was trying to invest into stocks and I was just doing the regular old Microsofts and eBays and all that other stuff. And when you're investing like $1,000 into stocks and you're just seeing these little small incremental, you know, changes, it really doesn't do much. It doesn't do much. But when you invest $100,000 into a stock and then it goes up a couple, you know, 4% or something, 3%, something like that, that's where you see the money at, man. So I totally understand the reason why they kind of switched over.
All right, so we have like some donations coming in, so I kind of just want to acknowledge this really quickly. All right, thanks, Dominic. I'm gonna broadcast this right now. So he's saying, y'all, real estate bump for the from yesterday, LOL. Phantom up $6 today. I don't know that stock. But do you invest? Well, it's kind of redundant, right? To invest in REITs and also real estate. Do you ever look into that at all?
Yeah, I've looked into it, but like you said, it's kind of redundant. Like if you're going to go ahead and invest in real estate, I feel like at least you have a lot more control over your real estate portfolio than kind of handing it off to someone else and doing it. So I prefer to invest in real estate. And then if I'm going to do stocks or something, I'm going to put it in something like a Tesla or Google or Apple or whatever, right?
Yeah.
That's a little bit better than going ahead and just being like, oh yeah, I'm just going to do a REIT and real estate. I mean, it's kind of the same thing, right?
Exactly the same.
Yeah.
But for me, I did it like kind of weird. I actually invested in REITs at first because it was something I knew. I was like, oh, I know this company. It's like I know how they work because I'm in real estate as well. So, but now I kind of stay away from REITs. So there's one interesting thing about Orlando guys that I found out from the other night. I don't know if you want to talk about it, but you're a big
What's
MMA
that?
fan.
Oh yeah, I love MMA, man. I love MMA. So I started. I mean, I've been in MMA, but primarily jiu-jitsu. But I started off at MMA, and then I moved over to jiu-jitsu, and I'm a purple belt in 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu. So I've been doing that for a while, man. You know those guys over there, Eddie and Joe Rogan, all those other guys and stuff like that. So I've been doing it for a while, like I said, for like 10 years now. So
It
yeah,
took you
man,
10
I love
years
it.
to get your purple belt. Is that it?
Yeah, well, so it's 10 years of so when I first started, I was doing MMA. There's no belts in when it comes to MMA. You just fight and train, right?
Yeah.
And then probably 4 years into my doing MMA training, I went and I started doing just jiu-jitsu only when I had my son. So I guess in jiu-jitsu, it's only really been like 6 years, like primarily just only jiu-jitsu. And I basically 6 years with 10th Planet.
I've always wanted to train, but I've
Dude,
taken like a few classes, but it's
Yeah.
like really beginner introductory classes. So I never got the basics, like the fundamentals yet.
Dude, man, it's great. I love it. I can't. There's no way I'll stop. I'll be doing it until I can't.
Oh yeah. I mean, Joe Rogan's doing it even though he's like 52, 53 or something like that right now. So I think you got a lot of years left.
Man, I love it so much. And it's kind of weird because once you stop doing it, then you feel like your body's getting rusty and whatnot because you don't have the flexibility, the conditioning and all that other stuff. So man, I love it, man.
I mean, I think, I always joke around, like talking about boxing, other YouTubers and stuff. You're probably the one guy I wouldn't fight if you knew how to like tap people out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's not a good idea to go after Orlando guys.
Yeah, man. But most people, the weird thing about jiu-jitsu are just fighters in general. But most of the time, it's the person that you least expect. You know what I mean? Like most people wouldn't look at me and be like, "Oh, wow, that guy's big and tough and could tap me out or whatever." No, nobody would think that. So, but I did. I've been doing it for so long. I could tap someone out, but you know how it goes. The chances that I'll actually use it in my lifetime are probably slim to none. But
if you have to, you could do
right.
It. That's the thing.
Yeah. That's the thing.
That must give you like crazy confidence whenever you're going places.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially with my family and whatnot. Yeah, I don't have to worry about that at all. So yeah, it really does help, man.
All right, so I'm gonna reset the room really quickly. There's like a lot of people in here now. So we have 1,300 viewers. We have only 359 likes, guys. Come on, drop some likes for me. I'm trying to get to 1,000 likes by the end of the live stream. And we are talking to Orlando Miner. He has his own channel. If you guys want to give him a sub, go give him a sub right now. I just put his link in the chat. Orlando Miner is a is heavily invested in real estate. And if you guys are interested in anything real estate, his channel is where to go. I stopped talking about real estate on my channel because of, I just wasn't getting the views, man. Even though like I love it, even though like, I can talk about it all day. It's just these guys are not really interested in real estate.
Well, the funny thing about that is that I agree with you, and I can actually see that on my channel. I don't know what the hump is. I don't know if it's the barrier of entry, maybe because individuals can get into like stocks just using Robinhood. It's really easy. Versus in real estate, there's really nothing like that, right? There's still that barrier of entry as far as the capital that you have to come up with. So I totally understand it. Maybe the audience, maybe the chat can kind of chime in on that. Why don't you guys want to do real estate?
No, these guys are all into the weed gang stocks right now. What are your thoughts on this new hype train with like all the weed gang stocks like Tilray and Afria, Sundial?
So
this is what people want us to talk about, basically.
Right. So I'm optimistic about it, but I think one of the things is that we kind of went through this already, like when things kind of opened up as far as the states and whatnot, making it legal and whatnot. I thought there was going to be this mad rush of everybody buying up stocks and whatnot, and it just kind of didn't materialize. So even when I saw this rally coming up on these weed stocks, I don't know. I really didn't. I don't know if it's how long it's going to last. Is it based off of research or is it hype? I don't know, man. I don't know.
I feel
maybe you can inform me on that.
This is the second time like this hype train started. I remember back in like 2017 or 2018, there was a big wave that everybody jumped on into the weed stocks, and there was like they saw a massive run up and then a big crash at the end too. So this is it's like history repeating itself almost.
Yeah, it is, man. I mean, but it's man, I'm telling you, man, and maybe it's just I'm not experienced in stocks, but man, it's just so hard to pinpoint when to go ahead and get in. I feels like it would be easier to get out, but you always are trying to figure out when is that uptrend going to happen? Yeah. Do I get in this time? Do I get in this time? Did I get in too early? Did I get in too late? Because I know one thing, when the media picks up on it, I feel like it's always too late.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Like that's why I've been lurking on the subreddit Wall Street Bets, just to see what everybody's talking about. Like I'm trying to find the next GME, the next these
diamond in the rough.
Now. Yeah, the next diamond in the rough. And the thing is like, let me gather my thoughts really quickly. It's like you just don't know who is like speaking the truth and who is just like spamming, because like last week nobody was like really paying attention to the weed stocks, and it only took like 2 to 3 days for this hype train to go up and come back down. So I think it was Monday that everybody started seeing like massive gains on their weed stocks, and today is Thursday and it came crashing down. Like, do you think it could come back, or what do you think?
To be honest with you, it might come back. I mean, to be honest with you, man, here's my opinion. There's a lot of free money out here with stimulus and some other things that are going on, and people want to make a return on their money, man. So I can see any of these stocks going up because, a lot of these, you got to remember, a lot of these companies, there's none of the, let's show your earnings, and then they got a bunch of earnings, and then that's the reason why it went up. It's community based, everything's community based. And based on what you were saying, you're going into the subreddits and saying, oh, okay, here's a bunch of people mentioning this stock. Well, do you know if those individuals are going to, you know, invest in that stock and then that's the next stock that's going to ride up? Or is it just talk and then you have to watch it? And then if it starts going up, do you invest then? I don't know, man. I mean, so it can go really either way, man. It's just so hard to put my finger on it, man. It really is.
I mean, you bring up a good point. Like that stimulus check, it's gonna get,
Yeah.
it's coming, right? Eventually, it'll
It's
come.
coming. It's
Like,
coming,
I
man.
think every day there's a reason why the stimulus channels are still around, because
Oh yeah.
there's people still interested in that free money from the government. So once it's here, I think like everything is gonna start skyrocketing, and yeah, man. Imagine everybody just has like I've seen like some other channels talk about we might be getting like $1,400 per person,
Right.
And if you have a dependent, you could get up to like $500 to $600. So technically, and in most households, it's like what, 3 to 4 people. So you can see almost like $5,000 per household. Imagine all that money just going into the stock market. It's gonna,
Oh man,
I think it's gonna go crazy. But that also is gonna like inflate like real estate prices. That's gonna inflate the stock market and all these different types of assets. So I'm kind of scared to see what happens after.
man. I don't know, that big dip that's gonna come, that everybody is. I feel like most of the community, the stock community, knows that there's gonna be a dip. It's just when are you gonna get out of the dip and then rebuy in, you know? So I mean, we have to kind of see where that's gonna play out, because man, there's just so much free money coming. There's free money out there. We got to remember, unemployment. I mean, right now with the bonus, people are making what? I mean, some people are making up to what, 400 plus another 400. You making $800 a week? You know,
So
some people.
You're talking about the unemployment money that everybody's getting, just not working,
Yeah.
and staying at home.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You get
Back
unemployment.
then it was like 600, right?
Yeah, but it dropped down, but that's still a healthy amount of money. It really is. I mean, and you got to remember, this is some people are making more money on unemployment than they are when they were working.
So why even work? Right?
I mean, you said it. But the question is, is that if you have extra money, what are you going to do with it? And are you going to, and if you want to invest it and grow it, stock market is right here, right? That's what everybody's investing in. I mean, when you seen GME stock going through the roof and all these other stocks going through the roof, I mean, crazy. What was that stock that you did, that you showed, that you said Meet Kevin had invested in? It was on your show, on your live yesterday, that he had invested in like 4 cents, and it's like $3 and something now.
It was a Sundial. That's the stock everybody was talking about over the last few days, Sundial. And they still thinking it's gonna go to the moon. I see like a lot of rockets and everything.
Man, like, can you imagine if you would have got in at 4? Man, that's insane. That's insane.
I mean, people are trying to predict the future right now with all these different penny stocks. So I try to stay away from penny stocks. We have a donation from Matt, and he actually has a question for you, Orlando. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah. And then to what help? I appreciate that, man. That's a good tip there.
All right. I think we have one more donation. Let me take a look at this really quickly. Real Benjamin. The Real Benjamin wants me to take a look at a stock that this guy's been on the live stream for the past few days, and he always wants me to look at Bill. This guy's name is The Real Benjamin, and he wants me to look at Bill.
Bill. Oh, 186.
Kind of ironic. So Bill is sitting at 186. Bill.com Holdings Inc. I have no idea what this company does. Let me look at their bio really quickly.
Yeah, Bill.com. I've never even heard of that.
It looks like it's in Palo Alto, but no idea what this company does. And typically what people want me to see, the first thing I do is I scroll back in the charts, and most of the time the companies that people want me to look at, they're up like 100% already.
Oh.
So they want me to look at a company that's like right. This is what I'm assuming, right? They want me to look at a company and then they want me to tell them like, hey, is it a good time to buy into this company? It's basically at its all-time high. So should I like put my money in it?
What do you say?
And I always tell them like that's probably not the best idea. So let's say if yesterday you were on the live stream and
Right.
like you went in all in right in the morning at 9 a.m. in the morning today, you would have, a lot of these people would have lost 50% of their investments buying these wheat stocks that we were talking about yesterday.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah, man, that's crazy. Man, but this always goes back to the same fundamental of like when you're investing in stocks or anything you're investing in, you just got to know that you can lose it, and you got to be aware of that. You know,
like what is when you invest in like really risky stocks or and stuff like that? Did you buy in any GME at all?
I did buy some GME. I bought it at when it was like 200 and something.
But at 200,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I bought it at 200, but it got up to like, I think I sold like at 300 or something like that.
Oh, so you made big on it. Nice. Congrats.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. But
you're smarter than me.
Yeah, but
I'm still holding.
Oh yeah, I know you got those diamond hands.
Yeah. If I sold that GME, I think my channel might like die if I sell those GMEs.
It might die.
My channel would have died. Every day these guys would come back and just just like every single video.
Just like because you sold. Yeah, I mean, I totally understand it, but when I bought it, I was just like, let's see it. It went up, and I just thought that it was just gonna plummet. I mean, it did plummet, but I mean, I got out. I got out early.
You bought at 200 and sold at 3. So, how many shares did you buy, dude?
I think I bought like 4,000 shares, something like that. No, not 4,000 shares. $4,000.
I was like 4,000
yeah,
shares.
$4,000. No, not 4,000 shares.
Let me hold $5.
$4,000. Yeah. No. Yeah,
we have another donation coming in really quickly. I want to acknowledge Dominic's. He's saying we will see the real effects of inflation a month after this opens up. Right now, it will be fine because nobody is spending, but the effects is inevitable. I'm assuming he's talking about the stimulus because we were talking about stimulus for a while. I feel like you know a lot about the stimulus because you have a dog in the back?
Oh, yeah, that's my dog, my London. He's a boxer.
Because you were talking a lot about like unemployment benefits and stuff like that, and you know about the PPE, the PPP loans and stuff. Do you know like all that information and stuff?
I do. So I know a lot about the PPP and the SBA stuff because that's my job. So it's commercial financing and business financing. So I know those rule books like the back of my hand. Wow. You know what I mean? So I know all about that. And then the unemployment and all that other stuff. The reason why I know a lot about that is because first of all, I'm already interested into it. And then I'm also did videos and stuff on my YouTube channel. Okay. So I know that stuff intimately.
That's good. Like I try to learn it, but I feel like there's so many rules to follow if you wanted to get like a PPP loan, and I just didn't I just could not get it even if I tried to go through it. All right, so right now I'm going into the chat. And we have a lot of people talking about different types of stocks. So everybody is wondering about ExxonMobil. ExxonMobil. Let me take a look at ExxonMobil on the chart really quickly. So I'm invested in ExxonMobil. I've been investing in ExxonMobil for like 6+ months now. Where's this Robinhood portfolio?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know anything about Exxon, Orlando?
No, I don't.
So there's a lot of rumors about ExxonMobil.
What's going on with them?
There was a rumor that a while back, but I'm pretty sure it was just clickbait, that they were going to merge with Chevron to to be like the biggest oil producer. They'll be the biggest oil producer in America. And
yeah, I don't know if that would allow if we would allow that to happen, huh?
Exactly, that would be like a monopoly, right, for America.
Right.
The biggest right now is in Saudi Arabia. I forgot the name of it. I'm pretty sure the chat will tell us. But yeah, ExxonMobil did not perform well today. It's down about 3% on the day. I mean, I would buy the dips. Maybe if it continues to trend down tomorrow, I might pick up some. Like I've always made a habit of buying dips. Like whenever something that I own starts going down 5%, I start to look into it and like figure out why it's going down. Except for GME, that's the one where you have to be really hesitant. So for tomorrow, if it continues to trend down, you guys can see my average cost here. It's at $43. I would buy more if it starts to continue to trend down and nothing crazy happens. Exxon just spilled 600 gallons into the San Francisco Bay this week. Oh, that's not good news at all. So I'm looking into the news right now. This guy's saying ExxonMobil just had a oil spill in San Francisco. I cannot confirm or deny that right now.
Oh no.
I'm not seeing any news from that, dudes. All right, so guys, if you're brand new, there's about 1,500 people here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more live streams just like this. I'm gonna plan to bring on like more great guests here like Orlando. Go follow Orlando if you guys haven't already. Show him some love in the on his channel. He needs some of those subscribers. He's a real estate investor, a lot more experienced than I am. He's been doing it for 17 years. I only have like a few years under my belt. And he has a lot more rental units than I do too. Destroy the like button. All right, we're trying to get to 1,000 likes. So, yeah, Orlando, like I don't know what's going on, dude. You have any questions for me?
No, man. I mean, I guess as far as your stock portfolio, what are you heavily investing in? Like, what are your go-tos?
So I like to keep my portfolio mostly in ETFs.
Okay.
So there's like, I think 25% of my portfolio is in ETFs, like the VOO, which is the S&P 500. So a majority of my investments are already safe. And like the 10% that I show to the public is going to be like all these stocks that I'm gambling on, like GME and a few other ones. So I think that's pretty cool that I can give all these guys that are in the chat right now like a look into, someone who's been investing in for like 3 years now. If most of your portfolio is going to be in safe investments, like you can do some crazy stuff with like a small percentage of it. Like, do you feel the same way?
I do. And that's what I was just saying. Most of my stuff is in index funds and stuff like that. And then I just take, a portion of my income and then I use that to do stuff that I just, and I don't want to say gambling, but, I can do it in more riskier things, and so I'm pretty much I do the same thing that you do.
Nice.
I
feel like most people do it that way, and only inexperienced people like kind of do it the opposite way, which they just YOLO all of their parents' money on something.
Man, I mean, I do know what you mean, man. Me personally, I don't know, man. It takes so long for you to get up the capital and get a large sum of money up, and then for you to risk it and then possibly lose it, man, it's tough. I mean, who wants to start over every single time because every single time you're YOLO in it, like,
I mean, I think a lot of
that's a possibility.
These people think like if they continue to YOLO, like it's almost like a lottery, right? It's like, oh man, I'm just gonna keep playing this lotto. I think this one will do well. This one will do well, and they think like one bet on like a crazy stock, that's all they need, and then they're rich. Like even if they YOLO'd all their money on something, it's still not gonna bring them enough money to like retire, right?
Oh no, no, man. It's not, and I think that's really the big takeaway from that is that you can't sit here and think that you're going to invest into one stock or you're going to catch something. Like if you talk about the GME stock, right? And you think to yourself, okay, if only I would have invested in GME stock or GME calls before it blew up, I would be a millionaire, right? But the chances are you're not going to be in that percentage of people who actually did that, So I don't know about everybody else, but I'm just a regular guy.
Yeah.
I'm not a guy who just all of a sudden luckily made all his money. I worked my tail off to get where I am.
I feel like, the people that do get it right, these guys are, professionals. These guys are, they have like, I'm not going to say like insider information, but these guys are in like watching the charts. They're looking at like the valuations. They're like proficient and they're professional at what they're doing. Like, for instance, like, I don't know if you know who Deep Effing Value is from the subreddit.
I do.
So he's actually, I believe that he's an actual licensed broker. And like, that was his job to, look at the charts and figure out like analyzing all these companies. That's why he was so good at finding GME before everybody else found GME.
Yeah, and I just want to connect this to real estate. It's one of those things. Real estate and stocks are the exact same. There's no way you're going to find a really good deal by just walking up on it and being like, wow, nobody else saw this deal. Like it just, let me just go ahead and pick it out. It doesn't work that way. What happens is I know people who know people who know people. And in stocks, it's the same way when it comes to information. This person knows this person that works at this bank, at this hedge fund, blah, blah, blah. And information flows like that. It's so hard and very rare from someone to be on the outside and think that they will be able to predict, like, unless that is your sole mission that you have been doing for work or whatever else. Other than that, just a regular guy like me who's investing in stock or you, dude, it's so hard. It's so hard.
But that's like the one, on the other hand, like that's what I really like about Wall Street Bets. It's like everybody is actually pitching in all of the information all together, but it's just really hard to sort out.
Yeah, I mean, they jumped from 2 million to 9.
Yeah, let me check right now what they're at. It's crazy. I'm gonna look how many people are in here right now. I can't find it. Oh, here we go. They have 9 million readers and 200,000 people are on right now.
Man,
that's crazy.
That is insane. Can you imagine? I'm almost guaranteeing that subreddit, their core, the culture of that room has changed completely. Yeah. I remember I used to go to Wall Street Bets and I look at it and it would just be stories about people losing money. It's not that anymore.
Yeah, there's like a cult right now. There's like a GME cult that's still around. I think there's a lot of drama behind the scenes with the moderators. Like the original moderators are like getting kicked out, and like there's like a new rush of new mods coming in. There's a lot of things going behind the scenes that we don't know right now. But everybody that's coming in that's like 18, 19 years old, really ignorant about like how to make money in the stock market. They're like, oh man, that's so shiny. I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna go that way. Just don't lose your shirt, guys.
Well, let me just give you a story here real quick and this is back when Tesla was Tesla had split. It had just split. And I got a call from a client, and a client was like, hey, Orlando, I'm thinking about taking all my money and put it into this split. You know, I want to put it into this split. And he's like, what is your advice? And I was like, I can't really give you advice on that. Like, you got to go talk to your accountant or some tax professional, right? And he was like, I think I'm going to go ahead and do it. Well, he did it the day that it had split. And I think he put like $200,000 into it, right?
Oh,
his
that's
life
real
savings.
money, dude. That's real
right.
money.
Yeah, he did. But then he called me the very next day, right? And he was, have you heard a grown man cry? He would call me crying, saying he lost almost $40,000, $50,000 because the stock had dropped. Now, the question would be like, well, okay, well, just hold it. Maybe if you just hold it and don't accept the loss, and maybe it'll pan out and end, which it probably, which I know it would have. I don't know where the stock is now.
Would if he held it.
Yeah, if he would have held it. But see, this is the thing. He couldn't handle the risk, and so he sold.
No.
He sold. Yeah, he sold.
Damn.
And so he took the loss because he was afraid that he was going to lose his whole nest egg.
Yeah.
And that is the lesson. That is the lesson right there. If you don't have your risk palette, right, you got paper hands, right? You know, if you're not willing to lose it, man, then why do that? Why do that? Why put yourself through that craziness?
I mean, like for some reason, I've always had like diamond hands. Even back from 2017, I invested in Bitcoin, and I put like a lot of money in Bitcoin. And there was like a big run up, hit 20,000, and then crashed. Right, the lowest Bitcoin got was $3,000. So imagine buying Bitcoin around like 15, 16, 17,000, and then it comes crashing down to 3,000. I had to hold on for so many years until today, which is like its all-time high now.
What is that, 45 or something?
Yeah, it's like 40. I think it cracked 48,000, which is complete insane. So it's like,
remember all those stories about that? About getting like 50,000?
I had people trolling me for years. It's like, you're the guy who bought Bitcoin at like the all-time highs in 2017, man. You're so stupid. You're an idiot. But you know, it's like people that are patient, right? That don't just like get scared out like right away. Like usually those guys, like it works out for them at the end. That's why I love real estate. It's the same thing. It's like, as long as you hold like a buy and hold, like a rental property, even if you bought it at like a all-time high price, eventually like you can make your money back. Like 10, 20 years down the line, maybe. Yeah, eventually. Easy.
I mean, I did the same thing. I bought a property and about I don't know, 5-6 years ago. And right now the market has expanded so much that I'm going to split the duplex in half, and I'm going to sell one half, and one half of the duplex, when I sell it, it's going to wipe out the whole mortgage. One side is just going to literally just wipe out the mortgage.
Also, that's your plan now? Because I remember you were talking about it the other night.
Yeah, that's my plan. I'm just going to go ahead and just sell one side of it, take advantage of the high prices on the real estate, and then I'll have a free and clear property that I'm making bank on monthly on cash flow. So I think it's definitely worth it. Stuff like that, man. You know, that's for me. I mean, and then when I sell that side, the other side, dude, all that money will go straight into my pocket, you know? So
I'm going to reset the room really quickly. There's a lot of new people in here. So we have 1,600 people in the live stream right now watching us. And we have 566 likes, guys. Get us to 1,000, man. We are talking with Orlando Miner. I'm going to drop a link for his channel. Go show him some love on his channel. He needs if you guys are interested in anything real estate, this guy knows what he's talking about. He has a lot of rental units. He's like, I'm in his shadows when it comes to rental properties right now. I need to keep up. I need to catch up.
Oh man, you're gonna get there. Don't trust me.
Don't trust you?
Trust me.
I don't know. Like, maybe you can give like your like best tip for anybody that wants to get into real estate, maybe, because it seems like a few people in here are interested in real estate.
Yeah, I would say my number one tip would be that if you're going to get into real estate, the very number one thing that you got to get together, right, is you have to have your credit together, and you have to have some liquidity, right? There's obviously hacks and stuff to get into real estate with low to no money down. There's plenty of that, right? But all in all, you have to have your debt and your credit. All of it has to be together. Too many times do I see someone come to me and say, "Hey, Orlando, I want to get into real estate." And I go, "Okay, great. What's your credit?" "Oh, 500.
Jeez. Jesus.
You know, and
what are they doing? They just swiping away.
You know, and I'm like, you're not going to get into real estate that way unless someone gives you a property. Like, that's the only way. You're not going to get a loan. You're not going to use leverage. You're not going to do any of that. So it's going to be really hard for you. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's going to be extremely hard. And so that would be like my number one tip is that, especially at a beginner level, you know?
So I've seen these like credit repair websites and stuff like that. Is that all scams and fake? Because to me it doesn't look real. It doesn't look right.
Well, my thing is this: when it comes to credit card repairs, is that you can do all of that yourself. A lot of the times you can do a lot of it yourself. Like, there is no ifs, ands, and buts about it. The things that the credit repair is going to do are laws that have been already passed that they're just going to do for you instead of you doing it yourself. You know, so, you know, that's really I have perfect credit.
Yeah.
But that is,
I don't know if you have any comments on that. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, that is. Okay, so if you have perfect credit but no job, you need the capital. You need to have a down payment. That is really the biggest thing. So if you got perfect credit, then you need to make sure that you have like a little nest egg for that down payment. And you can get into real estate that way. You don't need a job.
Like for me, I'm having trouble getting like jumbo loans.
Oh, where are you at again?
I'm in Boston. Outside
You're
of
in Boston. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, jumbo loans there are big. I mean, that's just like New York.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And,
yeah. And
yeah, it's just a hard time getting loans right now. We have some people in here with 800 credit score, baby. Let's go. Congrats, dude.
You guys killing it. My credit ain't even 800.
Yeah, I think mine dropped a lot after like I was looking for loans. It's like at 760 now.
7 what?
760, 780.
Yeah,
like
I think
70.
mine's at like 770 or something like that.
That's still really good. I heard like 750 is like as high as you need to go to get like the best rates. Is that true?
It is. Yeah, that is true. Someone, like, all the time people will come to me and say, "Oh, I got 800 credit score," and I'll be like, "That's great. I mean, all we need is 750." You know. And so I always tell people, there's a lot of people who are like, "I have to have 800. I have to have 800." Now, if you treat it like a game and you want to get up to 800, more power to you. But just know it won't get you a better interest rate, or it won't allow you to, you know, get ahead financially as far as versus having like a 750. 750 is the max, man.
So this is one interesting thing that I've seen. I made like some credit card videos, right?
Mm-hmm.
And some people were saying the credit score is a scam because after they paid off a loan that they had, like a school loan, a student loan, that their credit score dropped after they finished paying it off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know about that?
Yeah, that does happen. Yeah. Because your credit score is based off of your history, right? And you continue to make payments. And what tends to happen is once you pay off a credit card, the account closes. So when the account closes, the credit card agencies look at it and go, "Oh man, his history is going to be shorter now because he doesn't have as many lines of credit." So
it doesn't stay like low. It bounces back, right?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't like just continue to stay low. But I think a lot of times individuals are ready to see that instant gratification when it comes to their paying off something. They're just like, woo, my credit about to go up to 800. And then it goes down and it's kind of like,
you think it's a scam, which is, it's not.
Yeah.
It'll come back, man. It'll come back.
It'll come back, man. You just gotta, like you just said, you gotta have patience. You gotta be patient. Gotta be patient.
All right. So I'm in the chat right now, just seeing what people want to talk about. How much capital do you need to get started with real estate?
20. Well, okay. So there's two ways you can go about this. Okay. So if you're going to live in one side, you only need to come up with a minimum of 3.5%. 3.5%. If you're going to live in one side or live in the unit that you're purchasing, right? If you are just going to not live in it and just do an investment only, you're going to have to come up with 20%. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it.
So you're talking about like house hacking versus like just like a straight up rental.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And most people don't have 20%. Like, let's be real. Most people don't have 20%, and that's the reason why house hacking is so popular. Because you don't have to come up with that you don't have to come up with that down payment. You only have to come up with 3.5%. You live in one side for 1 year, and then you move out.
Oh, so we're getting a donation right now. Let's see. Pro tip for real estate investor for real estate: if you have only one liquidity or credit score, partner up with someone that has the other half. TLDR: investor 3 years, realtor for.
Yeah, that's good.
So that's a great idea too.
It is. It is a great tip.
You know, there's like there's going to be I think it's called the great transfer of wealth that's going to happen within the next probably like as we speak and the next 10 years. Like as our parents, you know, as the last generation, which is like the baby boomers, these guys have all the wealth right now in America, right? These guys own all the houses. These guys own all their all properties, like a lot of stocks in their names. And these assets have to be transferred. So, you know, a lot of the next generation, like probably my generation, maybe yours as well, or, you know, the baby boomers' children, these guys are gonna see a lot of wealth like coming into their names. And I think
I agree.
So there's gonna be a lot of opportunities for these type of people that, you know, either don't have like if you have bad credit, maybe you can partner up with your, you know, someone you know that's a little bit older, and you know. But first, you need to get that experience first, though, because no one's going to give you money if you don't really know what you're doing in real estate.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. No one's going to do it. It's going to be a rude awakening when you try to go to someone asking them with your hand out, and they're going to say, what have you done? And you're going to say, oh, this is my first time. Yeah, that's the end of the conversation.
Yep, they're like, oh, see your way out, bro.
Right. You know, but I agree with you on the transition or a lot of the wealth transitioning over. I mean, in real estate right now, what I'm seeing is there's just a group of people who are my seniors who are like, I don't know, 60 through 80, just holding on to, I mean, a massive amount of real estate. And they're just holding it. Some of them are passing it down to their children. Some of them are wanting to sell, but they're trying to wait for the exact moment to sell, you know.
Maybe
some of them, you know, right. It is. You would think it would be a good time, but right now, I mean, I'm pretty sure, and even in your market, the inventory is so low. I can't buy anything to save my life.
Yeah, I've been looking for like a primary residence,
right?
And the houses that I like, they're only on the market for like a few days, and then they're gone. They're in contingency, and I'm just like, I didn't even get a chance to even go look at this place, and someone already put like a cash offer on it, and I'm just like, okay, I guess I won't look at that house then.
Yeah. My mom, she's selling her house, and I didn't even think it was going to be like this, but we got like 8 offers on it, and I was just like, what? And people are, and then we had to go back and say, my realtor went back and just said, hey, you know, let's do best and final. And so These guys are just bidding each other out. So it's crazy.
I remember you saying like there's a lot of outsider investors from like California going into your area.
Yeah.
Is that like a real thing? Like
no, that is a real thing.
Is just like coming into different states, just dropping a bag on you.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. You know, these guys are coming from California and coming over. And because, I mean, if you really think about it, in California, you're buying a regular single family home and it's $1 million, right?
Yeah.
You know, you don't have that much square footage or anything. And then they're coming over to.
I'm gonna show everybody on the chart on the screen like what you can get in California for like $1 million.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And then you come over to St. Louis market and you can get a mansion for $400,000. You know, it's just like, yeah, they're gonna come here and then they overpay for everything. Overpay. But it's all about you know, how they look at things. You know, they're looking at it from it's super expensive in California, and you come here and you know, you can buy you a mansion and have some good cash flow on the side, where maybe in California, you're probably not getting any cash flow. It's just all appreciation.
All right, is this right? Let's take a look here.
Is that in California?
That's California City. Maybe let's take a look at
Los
Angeles.
Go to San Fran. Go to San Fran. That's always fun to look at. Oh, a 2-bedroom, 770 square feet.
Dude, this actually looks. Look how tiny this place. It looks nice though.
It does look nice. I'm not gonna lie, but 770,000.
Maybe for like a 770 square feet.
I know.
If you go to Texas, you probably get like a 1-bedroom that size. Jesus, that's tiny.
What could you buy for 800,000 in Texas? What could you buy?
You can probably buy like 4,000 square foot house.
Probably more than that. I'm pretty sure you can buy 2 houses at 3,500 square feet each.
I mean, I have like a cousin that lives in San Francisco, and like I was asking him about like all the rumors about like how is there like a homeless problem over there? Are there people like defecating in the streets? Is that like a real thing? And he said it was completely true. There's like they hired like they created like a department within the state that comes and cleans poop out of the street.
Wow, didn't know that.
And like these houses are, and it's right next to Silicon Valley, like $1 million homes. Completely insane, man.
Dude, you know everyone's leaving California and they're going over to Austin. That's the new Silicon Valley, man.
Yeah, I think if anybody listens to Joe Rogan for like the last 6 months, he says that in every single episode. Hey, when you moving over here? Dude, buy your house. Come on down.
Dude, Austin is blowing up, man. Like, who knows? I can just imagine like houses that were like 200,000. They got to be close to $1 million now. They got to be close to $1 million. With Tesla building a factory down there.
Yeah. We were talking with another YouTuber, and she said she just bought like a unfinished, like a new construction home right in that area.
Right.
So she's smart, man. She's really smart. She got in kind of early.
Man, I wish I would have known that. I would have went and dropped some money down on some of those like pre-builds, you know?
I mean, would you go? Would you move?
No, there's no way, man. My all of my family is here. So, you know, that's what traps me, because I probably would have moved, but with all of my family being here, being my kids, and stuff like that, having their grandparents and stuff, I'm kind of stuck here, because Illinois isn't really a fun place to be as far as like tax wise. I'm probably losing money being here.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it's the same for me. It's the same exact situation. This is what you can get for 400,000 in San Fran. There's like no photos of the inside, so you know it's bad.
What is that?
I don't know. It's a 1,000 square feet, 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 2 beds.
That's pretty bad. That is horrible, man. Where look, and go to the if you were to go into the school districts, I wonder how they look there. Probably worse.
School district. Let's compare it to Austin, like you were saying. Because I actually looked at houses in Austin just for fun.
Oh, okay.
And for like $1 million, you can get like a legit mansion.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was that recently?
Maybe a few weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna show it. Make sure everybody can see this too.
Why is so many red dots? Oh, because everyone's selling. Oh, that's crazy.
So let's do it from high to low. Oh, these are like millions and millions of dollars.
Oh man, that is insane.
Man, I do this in my spare time, so this is like fun for me. I do this in
my spare time. I do too.
I mean, 1.2, 1.3. Yeah. You know, in my area, you can't find like a modern house. It's all colonials. It's crazy, dude.
Is it?
Yeah. So whenever I'm like looking at other states and I see like modern homes, I get so jealous.
Yeah, man. I don't think we have modern homes. I would say it's more like, I don't know, contemporary kind of like ish.
Yeah, contemporary.
You know?
There's like very few of those types of homes here.
Wow.
I mean, these
are
but really
to be honest though, where how much space is left in Boston to build? None.
I mean, so I'm like 30 minutes outside of Boston.
Okay.
So it's a little bit easier to find property. Like, yeah, if you're in Boston, like in the city, you're not gonna find anything. Like,
yeah. When was it? Last 2-3 years ago. We took a family trip out to Boston because we went to the Patriots game, and dude, they had like the condos downtown Boston. They were like $10 million. Some of those condos.
Like just, I think they were selling the whole apartment building, right? The whole building.
What? Yeah, they were. Correct.
I mean, I actually looked at that. I was like, I don't have that much money to buy it, but it could be like an investment for a long-term investment.
So what happened with so is he actually closing the factory in California moving it to Texas?
I would. I don't hate California, but
would too.
Some of the stuff that they're doing is crazy down there.
Dude, I did a video on that about why everyone's leaving California. And one of the things that the governor is doing is, say it again?
Is the Newsom.
Yeah, right? Newsom, man. This guy, man, like they're trying to build a tax where it follows you for 10 years after you leave. They're trying to chase down people. And
because like because they created their wealth in California, they want to be able to like get it back somehow. You can't just take it with you. Jesus Christ, that's
stalkerish. What are you doing?
Yeah, that is stalkerish.
You know, like, what are you guys doing? That's crazy. And so, can you blame Elon and all these other guys that are leaving? HP left. All of these guys are leaving. Joe, you know, you saw Graham left.
Yeah, I like LA. I like the idea. I like the idea of living in Las Vegas. I mean,
I used to live in Las Vegas.
Oh, really? How is it down there?
Yeah, I love it. It's like my second home. Yeah.
Like when did you move?
I was in the military and I was stationed at Nellis Air Force Base.
Okay.
So I lived down there for about 5 years. That was my base. So I know Vegas extremely well.
I'm trying to get
we used to own a timeshare down there too. So yeah, I used to.
What the hell is happening? My bad,
wow.
Dude. I'm having technical difficulties right now.
Oh, that's all good, man.
That was weird. Yeah, like tell us about Las Vegas. Like, why do you think people are moving down there other than like tax benefits? There has to be other
Well, I mean,
reasons, right?
well, I mean, I also well that the main reason is the tax benefit, right? But there's also too what a lot of people don't understand is that in the valley of Las Vegas, there's just so much land to build. I mean, you're in a desert, right? And so everybody sees that sign that says "Welcome to Las Vegas," right? I'm pretty sure you've seen it. Well, once
Actually,
you
no,
go
I haven't seen
past,
it. I'll look at it.
oh, you haven't? Okay. And once you go past that Welcome to Las Vegas, I mean, they've built out more, but it was, yeah, that sign right there. It's just desert. It's just dead desert out there, right? So you have all this land that you can just continue to build and build and build. It's not, you're not landlocked like in LA where there's just no more room to build. And that's the reason why prices and stuff are so high. I mean, man, you can just go on and build a bunch of houses and infrastructure, and you still wouldn't be able to capture all of what Vegas is.
Yeah, Vegas is not just the casinos, right? There's more to it than just the casinos now,
Oh, dude.
right?
Yeah. You know, I used to get tired when I lived there of people always asking me to go to the Strip. They would come, and I understand it because you're coming to Vegas. That's what you want to come. That's what you want to see, the Strip. But man, I got so burnt out of going to the Strip over and over and over. And there's just so much more to Vegas than just the Strip. And the rule of thumb always goes with people who live there is like, hey man, listen, you do know that the whole city of Las Vegas isn't on one street, you know?
I mean, the last time I was in Vegas was probably 2017.
Oh wow, where were you? Did you go just for visiting or?
Yeah, just for a visit. My wife, I just moved back here with my wife, so I was just taking her around America. You know, California, Las Vegas, just showing her around.
Yeah, Vegas is fun. I love it. When I used to stay out there, when I stayed out there and for the military, we used to get fights, UFC fights for free, everything, because they would always give tickets to the armed forces. So I love Vegas for the fact that I can just there's just so much stuff to do in Vegas. There's just so much stuff. You know, everyone comes to Vegas. If you're doing I don't know, a tour or whatever it may be, maybe you're a musician or whatever it may be, you're going to stop in Vegas. You're just going to stop in Vegas. And so I don't have that luxury here in crappy St. Louis. So, but
St. Louis is crappy?
Yeah, I would say it's.
I don't know much about St. Louis.
Yeah, it's a dying population, man. It really is.
It's a dying population?
Yeah.
Really?
When I say dying population, I mean everyone's leaving, right? So you got Illinois, the great exodus from Illinois, and then St. Louis is just it's rebuilding itself back up. But you know, in its heyday, it was really a really big city, But now everybody just kind of is going to bigger and better cities. The problem with St. Louis is that we don't have a lot of. They're not really investing in infrastructure and stuff for the state. And so Illinois is broke.
Right in between Kansas City and Chicago.
Yeah, Kansas City is just beautiful. Kansas City is growing. St. Louis is not.
You guys are kind of close.
Yeah, but the difference is that Kansas City companies come there and built their infrastructure and stuff like Google Fiber and all this other stuff. And
in Kansas, Google Fiber,
yeah.
I know that.
Yeah. And so, you know, you have all these companies coming to Kansas City and putting infrastructure in, which brings in jobs, brings in more people. We're not getting that same love that Kansas City is getting in St. Louis, you know? And it doesn't help that on the other side of St. Louis is Illinois, and Illinois as a state is broke. So
that's why you're getting taxed so much. they need the money.
Right. Don't even get me started on taxes, man. It's a nightmare. It's like living in California. It's like living in California and New York. You know?
I mean, I liked New York before I kind of wonder what it's like now. I feel like I I wanted to go to New York when the pandemic was like just starting, because there would be like nobody in the streets, and I just want to walk around when there was like nobody there. That would be pretty cool. But
yeah, it's new. I've only been to New York twice. Yeah, and I love it. I mean, it was fun. I mean, it's busy, but then again, too, I was only in the touristy part, so I can't really. I don't know what's going on past that.
Did you watch the Super Bowl over the weekend?
Yeah, I sure did.
I think if you're a Patriots fan, you have to be a Tom Brady fan, right?
Yeah, I am. But I'm torn. I'm torn because I feel a certain way about it. Like I don't want to hate on the guy because he's Tom Brady and he's brought us so many championships. So I don't want to hate him for that. But then I'm a team guy too. I'm not a player guy. So I kind of feel conflicted. But in the state of things, I am happy that he won a Super Bowl, man. It's just amazing to see him win another Super Bowl. I just wish he was with us. That's all. So I'm a little butthurt about that. Yeah, I am.
I mean, we have Superman now, right?
Right.
I mean, he looks really bad. I heard he went vegan, and that's why he's like all messed up now.
You think so?
Yeah, that's why. Because he's not getting like the nutrients from like a normal diet.
Man, he needs to do something. I think we're gonna cut him.
He was a 1-year contract?
Yeah, 1-year contract. Yeah, I think you're done. Yeah,
I guess. I don't know who else did they pick up, but
well, I mean, there's a bunch of quarterbacks, but I don't know if they're gonna be good quarterbacks, but we'll have to see, man. I need Bill to conjure up the old coaching spirit and whip some of these guys into shape, man.
People saying Cam was a bust.
Yeah, he was a bust, man. This guy is doing the same thing he was doing when he was in Carolina, man, looking at the ball when it fumbles. Man, he lost that one game. I forgot who we were. I think it was Miami or the Jets, and we lost it. And we were like at the 10-yard line, and he made some ridiculous mistake, man. I was yelling and screaming at the TV. Man, it's
I feel you, dude. I mean, once Tom Brady left, I kind of just followed him only.
Yeah, man. I literally, we went down for the first game at Gillette Stadium when they played the Steelers. It was Tom Brady's last year as a Patriot, his first game of the season. So Robin Hood was the imposter.
All right, so let's reset the room. I mean, we got really off topic.
We did.
So the people that's jumping in right now, they're hearing us talk about like Tom Brady and real estate. So we have 1,000 people left, 1,100 people left. Thanks for joining us today. We will reset the room and start picking up on some of the news coming out of these weed stocks. We have 700 likes, so we need 300 more likes to go. Drop a like if you guys haven't already. Right now, we're talking with Orlando Miner. He is another YouTuber, real estate, heavily invested in real estate. So don't forget to subscribe to him if you guys haven't already. And if you're brand new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe here as well. Let's take a look at Wall Street bets and see if anything crazy is coming on. So what do you think is going to be the next now that these wheat stocks are over? Like just give out a guess. You could be completely wrong. It's completely fine.
You talking about me?
Yeah. What do you think? Like I'm looking at this. I've been looking at this, and this is what everybody's talking about. So, I think this is awesome that they post this every day.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought Naked was gonna be like the come up, like the standout. That's what I thought. I really did think that was gonna be, but I haven't really seen it do much. But you know who I'm really surprised with? What Blackberry?
Naked? What is Naked?
I don't know. To be honest,
the last time I checked, I heard it was like a bathing suit company, and then another time I checked, I saw it was like a lingerie company. So I don't know what it is.
But I'm really surprised with Blackberry, man. It's been really it's been really holding, man. Like I thought it was just gonna tank, and I was kind of waiting to rebuy it. I was gonna try to rebuy it, but it's just been holding at like, I think, where is it now? Is it last time I looked, it was like at $15 or something like that. I don't know where it is
about
now.
Naked or about Blackberry?
No, Blackberry. Blackberry.
Right, let me try to find it real quick. So Blackberry is an old phone that everybody used to use.
Oh, it dropped. Yeah.
So Blackberry is sitting at $12.40. It's down about 5% on the day. On the last week, it's up 3.5%. Ooh, in the last month, it's up 6.62%, dude.
Where it is $7, dude. Come on, man, that's crazy, man. It was at $7 or something.
When did you start looking into this?
I looked into it when it was at like, it was like at $14 or $15, right? And I saw it go, and then right, and then it started going up, and then I think it got to like 18, almost $19, something like that. And then when I saw it go up there, I was like,
too late.
I'm just gonna wait because I don't want to buy it at its high. And then I've just been waiting to see if it's gonna drop below $10, right?
Mm-hmm.
But here's my, it still hasn't, which I'm surprised about that. But what's interesting about BlackBerry is it's an old company for like, obviously what you just said, an old phone. And I know that they're selling their software, right? That's what it has to be, because they're not selling. Are they still selling BlackBerry phones? People still buying those?
I've honestly, this is like the first time I've looked into BlackBerry, but I can check.
I couldn't imagine someone still using BlackBerry phones. Like,
I mean, they're selling this Motorola Edge, BlackBerry.
Yeah,
you can buy. I'm assuming this is an old phone. Doesn't look.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Doesn't look good, dude.
Yeah, it doesn't look good. I think they're selling our software though, man. And so my issue with that though is like, it's so hard because I don't know what they're selling. Like, what is it that is allowing them to be some type of player other than it kind of being everybody kind of jumping in on the stock?
They have the 5G technology, right? Do they? No, this is 4G. Because I know Nokia is big into, Nokia is one of the meme stocks that everybody was talking about the other week.
Right.
I mean, they are selling these phones. They look all right. They just look like iPhone copycats or Samsung copycats.
Yeah. Looks like something that I would get from overseas or something.
I mean, just objectively looking at this, you know it's not a company, like, it's not as strong as Apple or Samsung. So I don't know why people would go heavy into this. I'm assuming because it was the short squeeze, everyone thought this would get short squeezed too.
Yeah. Where do you see that? What do you see? Do you think GME will get back to where it was?
I think right now GME is going to be a 2 to 3 year long-term play. Like, I don't think a short squeeze is going to come, honestly. Like, it's very unlikely if it does happen. Very, very unlikely. But I'm pretty optimistic about like Ryan Cohen, the new board of director, and all the people he's bringing in. He's creating like an all-star team right now. So like, I have faith in him turning around the company. I'm losing a lot of faith for the short squeeze to happen.
Yeah, and trust me, Robinhood didn't make it any better. Robinhood didn't. Are
you still using Robinhood? Or did you switch to like a more professional brokerage?
No. So what happened is I had some puts that I just told you about earlier, and I still had it with Robinhood, but I started using Webull. I just started using Webull.
Okay.
Because what ended up happening is I actually was, gonna buy more puts than I actually did, and they limited me to 10 or something like that, or they limited me. They limited me, and I was just like, man, how are you going to tell me what to do with my own money? Like, that makes no sense. Like, if I want to buy stocks, then I should be able to buy stocks. So I said, screw this, and I bounced, man.
I mean, I feel you. Like, a lot of people are in the same exact boat.
Yeah, like I just said,
I think a lot of people would have bought a lot more GME and like all these other stocks if they allowed it. And I'm just thinking about like if these guys would have still held, they would be like bag holders right now too. So it's like,
yeah, man.
got to be a little balanced there.
Do you use margin? How do you feel about margin?
Right now, I'm using like $10,000 in margin. I just bought like 40 shares of Alibaba. So this is how much margin I'm using right now. It's not that much, and I have like 40K in collateral.
What happened with that CEO? Did they find him?
For which company?
Alibaba. Is that who it is?
Yeah.
That's the Chinese.
He recently, in the last like day or so, he was spotted playing golf on like a resort. And I think it was like 2-3 weeks ago, he made an appearance, like an online appearance for a conference. So like, I think a lot of the people that's been talking about Jack Ma and like how he was missing, like, or detained by the Chinese government, it was just all clickbait. Like, what would you do if you had like tens of billions of dollars? What would you be doing right now? Whatever the hell you want to do.
Whatever I want.
Right?
Yeah,
you don't need to be in front of a camera, being in the news, like try to be famous and stuff. You just do whatever you want.
Why would you? Yeah.
Like, if I had $1 billion right now, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here talking to you guys. Get out of here. I don't know. I was just playing. Maybe I would be here.
He said maybe. There's a 0.0001% chance he'll be here.
I'm just being real. Come on, man. If anybody had $1 billion, you guys would be like on a yacht somewhere on a penthouse doing something.
Yeah,
crazy.
man. It's crazy. But yeah, man, I mean, I hear all the time. I don't know if you've watched Meet Kevin, and he's always talking about like, like he borrows on margin too. He trades on margin too. But he always is saying that he doesn't really believe in that. But one of the things that he does like doing is he likes to use HELOCs to trade stocks.
To trade stocks. So he would take out money on his house.
Yeah, on his house
eventually.
Right.
So he doesn't.
Right.
I mean, he borrows money, but in a different way than margin.
In a different way, right? Right. But I'll be honest. That sounds crazy, right?
A little bit. I mean, he probably gets a better rate. He gets a better rate.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. But but to be honest with you, Meet Kevin is in a different bracket as far as the money he's bringing in. When you have that extra money coming in, it's different.
I think the last time I saw one of his updates of his portfolio, it was like close to 50 million, maybe more. Is that
50
right?
million?
30? He said he has like 30 rental properties plus in California, and on top of that, his portfolio is like worth almost $20 million.
Yeah, I think it's heavily on Tesla.
So it's like, if you think about it, he's like, what is he still doing on YouTube, man? He doesn't even need to do his job anymore either.
No. I think he just loves you. I think he just loves working. I don't know if you saw that little expose by CNBC, or what was it? Millennial Money or whatever it was. Right.
That said, he was making like $7 million a year last year.
Right. And they were just, and his wife was like, yeah, I just know Kevin loves making money. And it's like a competition to him, like he just loves like beating himself.
I'm pretty sure he has to be the highest grossing like finance YouTuber. He has to be.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's beating Graham now.
I mean, Graham is more laid back. I mean, he's like really frugal, but I don't see him putting in that type of work. And financial education, Jeremy, he's probably doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes too, but. Like, Meet Kevin is on another level.
This dude's on I think he said in 1 month he made $1 million from Google, from AdSense.
Just from AdSense?
Yeah, just from AdSense.
Like, how much views would you need for that? That's
nuts, but that was in the midst of the stimulus check.
Oh, yeah.
Bonanza.
Dude, when that stimulus check came out, I heard there was some YouTubers, like really small YouTubers that just blew up, that made like 40K from AdSense in 1 month. Oh yeah.
I actually know some of them that actually made 40K. And I mean, that made just a ton of money. They went from, 400 subscribers to 80, 90,000 subs, getting 50,000 views on each video that they do, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And dude, it's insane. And just making a ton of money, $40,000. And you got to remember, most YouTubers, they see that and they just go, I'm gonna make a video every day then.
Like people say that, but it's not as easy as it seems. Like,
no,
you have
it's
to be
not
an animal to do it.
You do, but
like,
I guess
I tried to go live every day for a week, and like I almost died. Couldn't do it.
Dude, I have a hard time making 2 videos a week. I just couldn't imagine going and doing 3, 4. Some of these guys are going like Ryan Penna. He's doing a video a day. That's insane. You know?
All right, we gotta reset the room here. We got some guys in the chat starting to complain.
Okay.
We got 12,000 viewers. Welcome to the live stream, guys. We will reset the room really quickly. I'm here, Bruce Wang with Orlando Minor. Go give him a sub if you guys haven't already. Drop some likes. We're trying to get to 1,000 likes. We've been live. Well, yeah, I've been live for 2 hours. Orlando's been with me for maybe like about an hour now. So thank you for joining us. Let's talk a little bit more about the topic of the video. We were so off topic today. So wheat stocks. It's like, are you invested in any wheat stocks at all?
Nah, I'm not invested in any. I saw you kind of intrigued me when I watched your live yesterday, and I was just like, oh man, those look kind of interesting. Maybe I should get into some of these, but you know,
I think it's a long-term hold as of right now. Like if you're trying to get in on any of these, it's a long-term hold.
Tilray, man, that looks very tempting. But let me just tell you this though. Wait until the federal government opens it up federally. Woo!
Well, I think by then it would be too late. Wouldn't you think?
It will be too late. Oh yeah, for sure. So like you just said, it's a long-term hold. So if you want to get into it now, get into it now. But then just understand that you're waiting for when that door opens, because it's going to be a flood. Wait till all that corporate money comes in.
So just to completely speculate, like when do you think, like in terms of years, that it'll open up? Just to speculate.
I think just speculate. I say we're 2 years out.
2 years out?
I think
I
Biden
said within like the next 5 years. Like the Fed, I think right now they're trying to find a way to monetize it, like how to figure out how to tax it, so they could, make the most money out of it right now. And I think that's what's taking them so long.
I think what's going to happen is that they're just going to copy probably one of the successful states that have done it.
Canada. I think they would copy what Canada's doing.
Yeah. You just go in there and you just kind of just copy their design and what they did to when they legalized it, and then you put that for us, and it makes it a lot easier. You don't have to recreate the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
So. But I think that if you're going to make that play, you make that play today, right? You make that play. You go ahead and you invest into that now.
So so you're saying even though it could be like at all-time highs like yesterday?
Yeah, but then it dropped today. Didn't you say 50% today?
Yeah, a lot of these companies dropped today.
Right. So like, buy the red, right? Buy the dip, right?
I think I would wait a few more days just to see where it goes. And then see where it goes.
Really? Where's it at right now? Where's Tilray at right now?
You want to look at Tilray? Okay, let me pull it up.
Yeah.
I think a lot of other people want to look at Tilray too. Did you hear anything about the news or anything? Because I only just started researching this yesterday and last night. Tilray is sitting at $30. On the day, it's down basically $55. I mean, 55%.
Man, yeah, man. And where was it before? Where was it?
So before the run up, which was basically like a week ago. Like a week ago, it was sitting at $26.
See, you think? I mean, like you said, you could wait a couple of days, right, or whatnot. Let it drop down. Let this simmer for a little bit, but it's not too far off from where it was before it got, skyrocketed.
I mean, at its peak, I think it was like $63 to $70. I can only imagine buying it at that price and selling it at 30. I know a lot of people, paper hands, do that.
Man, that is brutal.
Like your friend
That is brutal, man.
that lost money in Tesla. I don't know
Yeah.
why. Maybe it's like a psychological thing, or is it
Mhm.
like an experience thing that you think people like panic sell,
Yeah, I think it's both.
or
I
there's
think
like
it's
no
both.
plan, or maybe they just don't have a plan?
Yeah, I think the FOMO gets a hold of you, man. I really do. I really do. I think the FOMO gets a hold of you, and you just think to myself, like, man, I don't want to miss out on this opportunity. Everybody else making money, I want to make money too.
Yeah.
And you know, and I'm pretty positive he thought since he had a larger amount of money that the risk wouldn't be as bad, because all it has to do is just go up a little bit for him to make a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
But that's not what happened. It doesn't work that way. It works the same way going up as it goes down. You
Yes. Yes. Beautifully explained, dude.
Yeah.
So anybody that, you know, kind of got caught up in this hype, like I think that's why a lot of people like watching the channel, like coming into the live stream, so we can analyze it with like objectively and not get caught up in the FOMO, or a lot of the people that follow, they might already be in it and are, you know, just want some insight onto what like other investors would do. So I think that's
Right.
like most of the people that are watching right now.
Yeah, I agree.
So it's cool that we have like a different perspective, because I think you're really conservative. Like if you're going to be investing in real estate, I think you're going to be mostly conservative.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. I always tell, and people always ask me, what's your risk? You know, what's your palette for risk? And I always say I'm definitely conservative. You know, because I don't really call me stepping out of and investing in stocks like this or something like GME or whatnot. I don't really consider it risky, because I have most of my nest egg in the really conservative stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just kind of like,
so no matter whatever
play
happens,
money.
even if it goes to zero, you're going to be completely fine.
I mean, right. That's what happened when I did put money in AMC. It basically went to zero. It basically went to zero. But I was okay with it. I'm not like crying because I lost the money, because I knew what I was getting into.
So if you're like a new investor and like you're caught up in your emotions right now, you're like feeling really down, just use it as a learning experience. I'm pretty sure like it happened to me when I first started investing. Like I got caught up into some of the hype, but you know, it's really easy to bounce back, I think. Like what do you do when like you fail at something? I'm pretty sure you've had like some things you failed at. Right?
Something. I failed at a lot of things.
Yeah, maybe give some people like insight into like what was your mindset like during that time.
Yeah. So this is my rule. My rule of thumb is this: is whatever I fail at, no matter if it's a deal, no matter if I lose money in the stock, I give myself a 1 day to mope over it. Like if I want to get into my feelings and be like, oh man, I can't believe I lost, I give myself 1 day. After that, I got to get back to business. That's my rule of thumb.
It's like 1 day of grieving.
Basically. 1 day of grieving. And then after that, I got to get back. You forget it. You can't change any of it. You lost your money and you're never going to get it back.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm not saying that you can't be sad about it, but give yourself a time limit on that, because man, if you don't do that, then you're going to get trapped into this snowball effect, which a lot of times can lead to depression and all types of stuff. How many times have we seen that?
A lot of people agreeing with you in the chat right now. Everyone's saying,
yeah,
they're completely agreeing with you, bro. This is my God, this is my motto. Let's go. Give Orlando a subscription if you like what he's saying right now.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's really important, bro. It really is.
Like, yeah, like I personally failed in a lot of my investments as well. But I mean, right now we're in crazy times too. So let's say in March of 2020, that's when the crash happened, the pandemic happened, and my portfolio was down like 40%. I didn't sell. Like I just held it. And then I put more into the stock market. So I think that's one cool thing about my channel is like everybody can see what my portfolio is doing and like what a more experienced investor would do during these crazy times. And yeah, I'm at a loss for words right now, dude. I'm talking too long.
No, it's all good, man. It's truly important to, like I just said, to sit back, go ahead and think about the mistakes that you made and try to figure out, okay, what are the next steps that I need to make so that I can learn from the mistake that I made, right? I'm telling you, it's very worrisome when I see people who don't learn from the mistakes that they make. And they, if you get caught up in FOMO the first time, should you really get caught up in FOMO the second time because you knew what happened the first time? And my rule of that is that you shouldn't, but the truth of the matter is people do get caught up in that, but eventually you have to learn. You're going to have to learn, man. You're going to have to learn.
I mean, maybe it's the third time that people would get it. So now we have the GME happen. Now we have the weed stocks happen. So maybe after the third time, if you're like decent at investing or decent like brain IQ level, maybe you guys would learn after the third time. But let's see. Let's see what happens, man. Because this Wall Street bets stuff it's not going away. I think it's going to be here for the long term, man. 9 million subscribers. Like, we're going to see a lot of hype going into just like instant. It's going to be instant.
Yeah, but and I get it, because the Wall Street bets, the whole point of it is to kind of like, hey, we're going to take back power, right? And we're going to vacuum some of this money that's going to the hedge funds and bring it over to us and fill our pockets. And I totally get that. And I totally understand that. But one of the things that's great to see is a community getting together. But a lot of things that scare me about that too is that people are always individuals. And most of the time, I would say individuals look out for themselves. And I just don't know when.
You're talking about like the paper hands and the diamond hands, like everybody's holding a stuff, right?
Right, exactly. And so that's what kind of scared me away from Bitcoin is that I didn't know when individuals would be like, okay, I know I'm holding all of this Bitcoin, but what is the reason why you're holding it? Are you holding it just to make more money, or are you holding it because you really believe in Bitcoin? Which one is it? Right? And I would tend to think that most people are holding Bitcoin because of the value that it has, not because they believe in the system, not because they believe in the decentralized whatever. And
are you invested in Bitcoin at all?
A little bit, not a lot. And so that's my issue that I have with this. I'm just like, well, I mean, people are going to be people, right? And
they're going to look after themselves first.
They're going to look after themselves first. And I can't blame someone for selling Bitcoin at $50,000.
Yep.
I mean, I can't.
Profit is always going to be profit.
Profit is always going to be profit.
I like to let people know too. It's like, it's okay to, like, I always say, like, people have itchy hands, right? They always want to do something. So if you're up a lot, it's okay to sell 5%. Like, nothing? It's not going to hurt you, even if if whatever your position is continues to go up. Like, especially if it goes down, you're gonna thank yourself. Like, oh man, I'm so happy I actually sold a bit. I took some profits there.
Who was that guy that you were talking about that when he did the GME bet, he had like $22 million or something like that. He's on the Wall Street bets. You know what I'm talking about?
Deep effing value.
Yeah, right.
So he's like the leader of this whole movement. He found out about GME like a year plus ago now.
Do you think he took any profits?
So from what I know, that he had a lot of option contracts on it. Right. So he took profits in that way. But I'm pretty sure he's still holding on to a lot of his shares. But for the option contracts that expired, that were in the money, like, that's how he took profits. Man, so I think he made like $10 million in like the last insane. 2 weeks from that. Which is insane. You would do it. Like, you would do that.
Of course.
But then he stopped uploading.
Anybody would do that.
He stopped sharing his portfolio over the last like week. So no one really knows like what his position is like right now.
Well, you know what that is.
I mean, yeah, he could have, like, we don't know what happened, but so he could have sold. but I think he's under investigation by the SEC. So
Yeah,
maybe
of
he's not
course.
allowed to. Maybe they told him like he couldn't do something. That's what I'm suspecting.
Let me tell you what, man. Stock trading or any financial advice, it is a really tricky situation when just because I have X amount of dollars doesn't mean my money is more important than someone who has $50. Everybody's money is equal. And so when you're giving out advice to individuals, or when you're collectively getting people together to make a power purchase, man, you just got to make sure that you got to make sure that that you know what you're doing, because I can almost guarantee you that the government is watching and deciding on, oh, should we do this? Is he pumping the stock? Is he not pumping it? And I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think nothing will happen to him. At the most, he may get a fine or something like that, but you know, he'll still make out, you know.
Yeah, I think he's completely fine. He's also from Massachusetts.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Massachusetts, boy, they protect you guys. I'll tell you.
I'm just reading the chat right now, so let's reset the room. We have 1,300 viewers in here. Thank you guys for being with us. My name is Bruce Wang, and we are talking with Orlando Minor, the real estate expert in the room. Yeah, I feel like everything I do right here is like very similar to Clubhouse. Like, how often are you on Clubhouse? Like, I feel this is like how they talk. They just like kind of talk to each other and.
Yeah, dude, I've been on Clubhouse for, I don't know, maybe a month and a half, and yeah, I mean, it's just like this. It's just obviously we're doing video and it's just audio based. So I mean, I was on there yesterday. I'm almost on there, drop in at least every day. I drop in. Like, do I actually sit there and listen all the time? No. Sometimes I just go, oh, there's nothing interesting, and then I bounce out. But Clubhouse is different, man. It really is. I don't know.
When I first started like 2 weeks ago, it was good. Like, it was good. Like, there was actually like legit people. Now it's different.
Who's authentic? Who's authentic?
Now, yeah, right. You're talking about now, right?
Yeah, now, yeah. It's rough, man. Like, you get on there and it's like, is this person for real? Is this person, you know, people out here giving like horrible advice that will literally mess someone up if they did something financially. And you see how at the corner here you say, do not financial advice, only for entertainment purposes only. Yeah, there's nothing like that on
myself.
right. But there's nothing like that on Clubhouse. So folks are there and thinking that, like, you know, hey, take my stimulus money and I can flip it by 1,000% by opening an LLC. That's the advice people are getting on Clubhouse. It's truly ridiculous.
So there's a lot of talk in the chat right now. The worst advice was diamond hands. Dude, I still have diamond hands. I'm still holding. I think a lot of people, that's the one thing people come back to my channel for, just to wonder if I'm still holding. I'm still holding.
Yeah. You're still holding. Point, I mean, where were you at high? Where was your highest?
Oh, you want to? I kind of don't like to look at it.
Oh,
okay.
So
this is my chart for my portfolio. Like, I didn't sell anything, right? So the peak of my portfolio was 167.
Let me ask you this. Bruce. Do you remember that day that it was at that number?
Yeah, I was live streaming on this day, dude. This was the craziest live stream. That live stream on January 28th. It was the craziest live stream because everyone was buying that stock on that day. That might have been like a Thursday though, like one of those days. And like the hype for GME was insane. I've never seen anything like that. But like now the hype has died down. So you guys can see from my experience, even if you have no skin in the game, you guys can see like this is what happens if you FOMO, and you don't be smart with your money, don't try to take profits when you can. You're gonna see a big run up in your portfolio value, and it's gonna come crashing down. So Like, what is that? Unrealized, like 60K basically, around 60,000 from the peak to
man.
my portfolio right now. So
Man.
taking profits is never going to hurt you. I don't think.
Yeah. That's hey man, more power to you. You held on strong.
I feel like it would be worse now if I just sold it because I'm not trying to get roasted by 1,300 people in the chat throwing paper hands at me.
Realized losses.
Yeah, realized losses.
Yeah, man, that's crazy, man. But man, that's a good little nest egg though, man. I mean, 100,000, that's nothing to what's it? So let me ask you this. What is your opinion on doing stocks like that is really taught as far as like, hey, take $50 out of each of your paychecks and then drop it into stocks? Do you think investing like $2,000 over a year and doing the compound interest, the stuff that they teach you, basics when it comes to stocks, do you believe in that mantra, or do you have something else that you do?
That is like investing in that way. It's for building habits, building good habits for investing. So yes, if you're a beginner, that's like what I started out too because when I started buying stocks, I had no idea what it was. I was like, oh man, buy this penny stock. It's going to go up 10%. All right, I'll take profit. That's how I'll make money. And when I tried it, it's not real. It's not how you really make money in the stock market. You make money in the stock market by buying quality companies and letting it grow over time. So my idea was, all right, so since I don't know anything about this, I'm going to try out some stuff. And I started putting $100 a week. Right? Every single week I would put in $100 and I would make a video. I would show everybody like, all right, this is what I'm doing. After I got more confident, I was like, okay, so maybe I can bump this up a little bit more. So then I'm putting $200 a week. So then, years down later, I'm like putting $1,000 a week in the stock market, and $1,000 a week is not like nothing. It's actually a decent amount of money. So I feel like during that time, I built up my confidence. I built up experience. I build up, knowledge, and like I kind of know what I'm doing now. So it like building good habits over time that's how you gain. That's how you will make your gains in the stock market.
I agree.
So yeah, so now when I look back and I see people doing like, take out just a little bit, take a little bit. For me, like that's not a lot of money, but like for someone that's brand new, that's coming in, like that's a great way to start. So wow, some people are agreeing. That's good advice. Thanks. I mean, I'm really into like dividend investing. So very similar. Like that's how I transitioned into the stock market. Right. So like I have my my duplexes, and I have like 4 units. These guys are paying me rents every single month. I get to freaking, if I wanted to, I could retire right now just from off the rentals on the duplexes. Cause like I don't spend that much money every single month, but building out different passive income sources, that's what like I like to show people on my channel.
Yeah, that's dude. I mean, I don't know. One of the things that a lot of people don't understand is that having those multiple streams of income, it's so important, man. It's so just having that different, and I understand that it's hard because you have to build each stream, you know what I mean? Each stream, right, from nothing. And then not only do you have to build each stream, but you're kind of like starting a new craft in each of those streams, So it seems really difficult and daunting, but once you're able to get them going, man, it is so important, because one thing I can guarantee you is that your income won't stay the same. It just won't. So you got to be ready for that and figure out the more streams of income that I got coming, the more I can be ready for the downturn, you know?
Yeah, because like over the last year, it's just been going up. Nobody that just got in have seen any type of,
Oh yeah.
crash in their portfolio, right? Everything
No.
that you've been buying for like the last year has just been going straight up.
But do you think that makes a false sense of security? You know?
I think it's I don't know, like it's good for, you know, just make the best out of the situation, but also you know, like have a backup plan just in case like shit hits the fan. It's coming, dude. Some crazy is gonna happen, man. Something crazy is gonna happen. It has to happen.
Oh, it will happen.
Do you have to head out anytime soon? Like, I don't want to keep you up here.
Nah, not at all, bro.
Maybe we can maybe we can wrap it up. We've been at this for a pretty long time. It's almost 7 o'clock. So let's do you have anything you want to say?
No, man, I just really appreciate you letting me come onto the stream, man. You know, I mean, I love sitting here talking about stocks. I love talking about anything financial. So at the end of the day, man, I love doing this stuff and sharing as much of advice and from my experience I possibly can. So, man, it's been really fun. I really appreciate you letting me on here.
No problem.
It's a great opportunity.
So if you guys haven't subbed to Orlando yet, go give him a follow, man. He knows what he's talking about when it comes to real estate. Like, he's big. He's an expert, man. He knows what he's talking about. So we're going to end this live stream now. Thank you guys for joining in. We did not hit our 1,000 likes, which I really wanted to. So for anybody who's watching the replay, you guys can help out there. And definitely, I would love to have you back on the channel.
Yeah, no problem, man.
So I'm just reading the chat right now. See what these people are saying. You know, the other night, people were trolling. They were just trolling me. And like I was like watching some other live streamers as I was live streaming, and these guys made me go to like Joe Mama's. Like, he was like, Joe Mama. I was like, what is that? And I looked up Joe Mama. These guys got me good, dude. Joe Mama.
They
and I
got
was like,
you.
Who the hell is Joe Mama?
Joe Mama.
Freaking guy.
You just like, Joe Mama.
I just looked it up. Like, I wasn't even thinking that.
Oh, right, man, so, this is crazy.
All right, thank you guys for joining into this live stream. We'll just end it up here, and definitely Orlando, he'll be back, guys. He'll be back. Go follow him if you guys want to see more of him. Follow me if you guys want to see more of me. So see you guys, man. Good talking to you, Orlando.
See ya.
Bye.
See you too, bro.